out this morning on the old Fury. Nothing too exciting again this morning. Just gonna go out and I think we're gonna go have some breakfast. Maybe ride along a little bit. And you know, I kind of realized that I haven't talked about the Fury on my channel. Haven't reviewed it, or I guess I shouldn't say reviewed it. I haven't just generally talked about it. I know I've ridden it quite a few times and done some videos, but I haven't really said what it is and power plant and things like that. So maybe after we have breakfast, we'll stop somewhere, do a little video, talk about it a little bit. It's a nice morning out today. It kind of cools off overnight, you know, probably down in the, I don't know, mid 80s. So if you get up nice and early like this, you get to riding before it gets to be another, you know, 110 degree day. Was glancing at the news this morning and they said the heat wave's coming back, so that means we're gonna have 100+ days in a row. Probably 110, 115 degree weather coming up. Ugh. Like I said, it's okay if you get up early and go for a ride, but if you go too far, by the time you're coming back, it's just nasty hot. But we're not going to go too far today. We're just going to go up the road to one of my places that I have breakfast. Get up there and do our thing. And alright, so we are here. This is one of my regular breakfast places. Good old Biscuits Cafe. It's a chain restaurant, but it's actually pretty good food. They actually know me here because I come so often, so it's kind of nice. But let's go in, we're going to get some food. We'll come out and go for a little ride. We'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, well, we had ourselves a good breakfast. Good old Biscuits Cafe took care of us once again. And that's what I had, biscuits and gravy. I got a nice biscuits and gravy. A pretty good price, pretty reasonable. A little tip if you come to this place, join their little, I don't know, their little club or whatever it is where you put your phone number in and everything. Pretty much every time I come out I get $5 off, so makes it even better. But let's fire up the old Fury. And head on out. Alright, so after having a good old breakfast, I'm just going to take a short little ride down around through the neighborhoods here. And yikes, that's a big old rock in the middle of the road. Talk a little bit about the bike. This is a 2017 Honda Fury. I bought it brand new off the showroom floor. So I bought it about, I don't know, 7 months ago, 7.5, maybe 8, about 8 months ago. And I've got about 6,500 miles on it. So we're putting a little over, maybe a little under 1,000 miles a month on it, which is pretty good. I haven't taken too many really long trips on it. But the Honda Fury, it is a chopper. It's a stock chopper done by Honda. I've had a lot of people stop and ask me if I had it custom built, but no, it's a stock bike. I'm not sure what the degree of rake on it is, but it does stick out there quite a bit. It's got the nice sleek tank on it. And the wider tire, it's about a 200 tire on the back. We'll talk a little more when we stop and kind of show it a little bit, but it's got a pretty aggressive look to it. I like it. But the one nice thing is for me anyway, is that you're not really hunched over that much. A lot of choppers, you to really reach out there for the handlebars and stuff. These, you get to sit in a pretty comfortable position. I'm pretty upright, and the seat is, you know, fairly comfortable. So it's but it's fun to ride. It takes a little bit of getting used to it first if you're not used to riding, you know, these kind of bikes with the raked out front end, you know, corners and things like that. Get a little bit different to get used to. The handling is just a little bit different, but you know, did I say it's got a 1300 cc engine in it and V-twin? It really goes well too, though. It's got a lot of get up and go. You can pound through the gears pretty quickly, and it'll pull in every gear. It is governed. That is one thing that Honda did. I don't know the reasoning why, but the bike is governed at 100 miles an hour. Now for me, I'm okay with that. I don't ride that fast anyway. You know, you're getting up around 75, 80 miles an hour, and that's about tops for me. But it is governed at 100 miles an hour. Now you can buy or have your chip reflashed. There's a bunch of guys that have done that take that 100 mile an hour governor out of there. But like I said, for me, it's not a big deal because I never really get up in that range. It's a really fun bike to ride. I mean, you get a lot of good looks. You know, you get a lot of questions because people aren't used to seeing something like this. But so it's fun to talk about, and once they find out it's a Honda, a lot of them are very surprised, especially that it's a stock bike. So that's kind of cool. It's been a very reliable bike as well. I mean, there's, you know, knock on wood, nothing that's gone wrong with it. But I mean, it's a Honda, so Hondas are very reliable bikes. Let's go up here a ways, find ourselves a place to pull over and just take a good look at her. Alright, so let's pull over on the side of the road just up here. We'll kind of show you the bike and talk about it a little bit. Alright, so like I said before, it's a 2017 Honda Fury. This is Honda's stock chopper. It's got a 1300 cc V-twin engine. Those are the stock pipes on it. It still sounds pretty damn good. I don't know what the rake is on it, but it is raked out. There's also I didn't talk about the gas tank, the fuel capacity. It's about 1.9 gallons. Others have said that they get up to about 115, 120 before the light comes on, letting you know that fuel is getting low. I usually take her to around 100 and then I refuel, and I've gotten there very safely, very easily. It's a fun bike to ride. It's got a lot of power. It also sits very low to the ground, so if you're used to riding like a cruiser or a bigger bike or even a sport bike, sits a lot higher than this thing. You really sit quite low to the ground. Then you got those forward controls on it, so your legs stick out real nice. It's actually very comfortable to ride. You're not hunched over. You look at it and you think, boy, that would be, you'd really have to reach for those handlebars, but you don't. It's actually a very comfortable bike to ride, position wise. Mine's 100% completely stock. I haven't done anything to it. I like the way that they've designed it and everything. It'll pull all the way up into 5th gear. I mean, you can lay the hammer down on it and it just goes. A really nice bike. I got mine in the flat black with the black frame on it. Honda every year comes out with a new different color. I think for the 2019s they came out with a dark blue with a little different blue in the frame. Looks really nice, but I like the flat black. Black is kind of my color on these here. Like I mentioned before, it's a shaft drive. Love the shaft drive. Love that. Everything on the bike is great. It takes a little getting used to. I mean, you gotta really lay it down and lean it in the corners to get it to corner real well. You can't be afraid to lean. If you're afraid to lean, this is not the bike for you. But if you're not afraid to lean it over, you can get laid down on those corners and corner just like any other bike. And it goes well. Now, this is not a long distance bike. Obviously, with the tank, you're looking at oh, fucking A, dude, really? I'm gonna get covered with dust here, I guess. With the smaller tank size, a little less than 2 gallons in it, you're not going to be doing a lot of cruising on it. It's not a long distance bike. Although I do plan on taking this thing on some longer trips. You just have to plan your trip out a little bit better and find those gas stops. Like I said, you can get up to maybe 115, 120 miles on this thing without a problem. But every 100 miles is good with me. That gives me a chance to get off, take a rest, look around. And that's good. So there it is. That's my 2017 Honda Fury 1300cc V-twin engine. And boy, she looks good to me. So that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Give me a good old thumbs up. We're going to have the Fury out and a lot more videos now that it's a little hotter out. We're going to be taking some longer trips, maybe up to some of the northern cities up in Arizona where it's cooler. So we'll take the old Fury out and do that. But as always, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.